Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I am going to walk you through a very simple and beginner-friendly Copado deployment process. We will create a user story and build a custom object and custom field in our development. Commit those changes using Copado commit wizard and then deploy everything to integration environment, then after UAT environment, and finally to the production. Before we begin, let's quickly understand what Copado is. Okay, what is Copado? Copado is a DevOps and release management platform built for a Salesforce. It helps team manage deployments, version control, and release pipeline in a streamlined and automated way. Copado gives you a Git-based version control, automated CI/CD pipelines, user story to track or and organize changes, deployment validation, static code analysis, testing automation, easy rollbacks, and traceability. In simple words, Copado makes the Salesforce development deployment faster, safer, and much more manageable, especially for teams working across multiple environments. Okay, then after. This is the user story that we are creating today. Okay, or this will be created into the developer sandbox and then promoted to the integration environment, then after UAT environment, and finally to the production. Okay, so let us get started. Okay, if you are a beginner, then first you have to log in onto the Copado website. Okay. Okay, you have to go to the Copado success login and you have to sign up for yourself. After signing up, your Copado success login will be created, and then after you have to move to the one inside the train. You have to click on a training. Then after move on to the my playground. After you click on my playground, you need to create your Copado here. Okay, you need to for this you have to fill a very basic name and your email ID, and then you need to authorize all the auths. Okay, once you have successfully uh, created open door, then scratch off. This is a day one scratch off, day two scratch off, integration off, UAT off, hotfix, and the production. Okay, and this is the main Copado off where we will be creating user story and monitoring all these things. Okay, so let's jump on to the Copado org. Okay, okay. First of all, we will create a user story for us because right now no one is going to give me a user story. So for a demo purpose, I am creating a user story for myself. But in real use case, the user story will be allotted by a business analyst team, other by on other teams. Okay. So right now I am creating a new user story. Okay. Create a custom object for students C and create a custom feed for a feedback. Okay. So right now I'm creating a user story. Create a custom object student underscore C and create a custom field name and feedback underscore C. Okay. 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 After I created a user story, we need to allot which project which to which we have to assign it. Okay, for right now I am a Salesforce metadata project. Okay, and then after I am allotting this user story to the dev2 environment. Okay, dev2 developer 2. Okay, I am assigning this user story to the developer 2, and okay, and then rest of the fields are the not required. So right now I'm leaving them. Okay. Okay. After creating a user story, this will create a branch from master. This will create a feature branch from a master branch. Okay. Okay. This is the our user story. This is the status of our user story to the different environment, showing us. Okay. This is the user story that we have created. Okay, and it is allotted to the developer two. Okay, so right now I'm moving to the developer two environment from here. Okay, open GradX here right now because I am alone doing the whole process of a deployment. So that's why I am moving to the developer two org and I'm creating the user story. I'm completing the user story. Okay, towards a setup. Inside the object manager, create custom object. I'm creating a custom object named as student. Okay, students. Okay, so okay, then after I'm creating a custom field. There's a text field, coordinate as feedback. Next, next. Okay, so right now I'm done with my user story and I completed my user story. Okay, after that I'm closing the dev environment right now. Okay, I'm closing it and I'm again going back to the user story. Okay, this is my the user story that I've created. Okay, okay. After I completed my user story, I need to deliver it to the next environment. The user story. I need to move on to the deliver, and then after I need to commit my changes. Okay, for that I need to click on the commit changes. Okay, and after that I'm giving. Okay, I'm leaving. If you want to give a commit message, then you can give your own commit message. But right now, I'm leaving it as it is. Okay, and then after, I'm selecting what changes created. Okay, right now I created a custom object named as students underscore C, and after that I also created a feedback which is a custom field inside a student object. Okay, and also if you want to include a layout, okay, then you can choose also it. Okay, so right now I'm choosing these three things for committing. Okay, and I'm clicking on the commit changes. Okay, git commit is completely automatically. Okay, it will be commit changes into my feature branches. This will take us some little bit more time. Okay, once the commit is successful, we promote the user story to the next stage. Okay, so how can we promote? We promote by using clicking here, ready to promote. Okay, we click here, the promote changes, and we click this save. After I hit the save button, okay, it will be ready to promote. And if you want to this, if you can see here, ready to promote and promoted flow. If you want to directly promote your changes to the next environment, then you can click over here. But if you want to update the status regarding your user story to your higher authorities, then you can click here. Okay, so after that, I want to click on the ready to promote. So then after I'm moving to the my pipeline. Okay, I'm moving to the my pipeline. This is my pipeline. Okay, inside a pipeline manager. Okay, you can see here I created the changes into the dev to environment here, and this is showing me the forward arrow that one changes had been deployed to the next environment, that is the integration environment. So I'm clicking on that one. Okay, the count of one user story that this shows the count of user stories. Okay, then this is my user story that I commit. Okay, and I need to click on the promote and deploy. Okay, okay, okay. You can see here the deployment status for the user, but okay, I'm going to the promotion. This will create a promotion branch as well from the destination branch. The destination branch is the integration environment and the promotion. Okay, you can see here the deployment status, the status of the deployment and the percentage of the deployment. So right now I'm clicking on the deployment and I'm checking the status of my deployment from one hub to the another block. Okay, you can see the status is in progress. The deployment status is in progress. So I have to wait for a few more minutes. Once the deployment is successfully completed, okay, it will be marked as a completed 100%. Okay, then after I again back move on to my user story. Okay, this is my user story. As you can see, the stage of a user story or the path of the user story move from a dev to environment to the integration environment. Okay, then again, this is my integration stage or this is my integration stage. Okay, then again, I need to deliver it to the higher environment. So earlier, before I clicked ready to promote, and but inside this, I'm clicking the promote and deploy. Okay, I'm clicking on the save. Okay, after I click on the ready to deploy, promote and deploy, I again back to my pipeline for validating the changes, pipeline manager. Okay, as earlier you can see there is a one user story that is not deployed to the integration environment, and once it is deployed, there is no user stories pending inside the dev2 environment, and it is successfully deployed to the integration environment. And After after that, I deployed the user story from an integration environment to the UAT environment. Again, it will create a promotion branch from a UAT from a destination branch. Okay, that is a UAT branch, and it will deploy the changes into the UAT. So you can see here the status is in progress. Okay, okay. Right now, it is successfully deployed to the UAT branch. Okay, so I am again going to my user story for checking the status of the user story, in which phase does it is. Okay, right now it is promoted to the UAT environment. Again, I am clicking on the deliver and ready to promote and deploy. Okay, so now this is the our final stage. That is a promotion production stage. Okay, and I'm clicking on save. Once your changes are tested and approved in UAT, it's time to deploy them into the production. Okay, so now I promoted my user story from the UAT to the production. Again, I'm going to my pipeline manager, and again I'm refreshing here. Okay, okay, you can see the deployment process is in progress. Okay, here inside the production hub. Okay, the credential is moved as we deployed it to the various environments from one environment to the another environment. The credential will change according to the environment. Okay. For example, now we have promoted our user story from a UAT to the production environment. Then the credential is also changed to the production. Okay. Okay, right now I successfully deployed it from my user story and from a UAT environment to the production environment. So this is the time that we need to validate whether it is deployed successfully or not, whether the changes are reflected into my production environment or not. So I'm going to show you. I'm going into the production, open credential. Okay, student. I created a student object. Okay, you can see here the student object is created. Inside the student object, I also deployed a one. I also created a one field that is named as a feedback. This is also successfully deployed from my developed dev to environment to the production finally to the final production environment. Okay, so this is how we successfully learned about how to deploy changes from one node to the another node and finally into the production node. So here are the few best practices that you need to follow. Always include a proper naming convention. Okay, make user story names clear, consistent, and meaningful. Keep your user story small and modular. Avoid large multi-module deployment. Okay, small changes deploy faster and fail less. Okay, then after commit only metadata you change. Don't commit the entire object unless needed. Avoid unnecessary metadata clutter. Okay, then validate deployment before running actual deployment. Use Copado validation jobs to prevent production failure. Okay, take thoroughly in UAT. Never deploy untested changes to the production. Okay, keep feature branches up to date. Pull latest changes frequently to avoid merge conflict. These best practice will help you maintain clean, traceable, and error-free deployment. Okay, that's it for today. We successfully completed a full end-to-end Copado deployment from a user story creation all the way to deploying to the production. Okay, this is one of the most basic and important workflow to understand before you move to a more advanced Copado features like back promotions, hot fixes, automated testing, or a multi-org pipelines. In the next video, we will dive into advanced Copado features, including back promotion, pipeline management, automated testing, quality gates, and handling merge conflict in Copado. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like the video, subscribe the channel, and comment if you want more Copado or a Salesforce DevOps content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.